So you're thinking about moving to Columbia, South Carolina. Well, you're not alone. And if you wait too long, you might even miss your best window of opportunity. Right now, suburbs like I'm going over today, Lexington, Blythewood, Irmo, and Chapin, they're not just growing, they're booming. We're talking about major developments, increasing home values, and upgrades to schools, parks, and lifestyle amenities. In this video, I'm actually going to reveal where the smart money is going and why buying now could lock in long-term gains and hold on to the end, as always, because considering 3 of these communities are on Lake Murray, which is one of the bigger draws to the Midlands, I'm actually going to tell you about a huge Lake Murray service that more and more people are starting to take advantage of. Now, my name is Chad Dorman, your go-to realtor right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Every single week, I help families from all over the country find their next chapter right here in the Midlands. I will show you why these communities are winning right now and what's coming next, so you can invest in the future, not just the present. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're serious about moving here, grab a spot on my calendar for a free Zoom consult. The link's right below. And feel free to shoot me a text with any questions. I welcome comments and interactions here on the channel also. I just prefer talking in person. Did a top 4 suburbs video a little bit ago, and it's been one of the best videos actually on my channel. So I thought I would give a little bit of an update about the suburbs here. I wanted to give you a little more information on each of these communities and why people are moving to these areas, and even why one of these communities I took off of the list and then added a different one. So let's get it started with Lexington. Lexington is by far one of the fastest growing and more popular suburbs in all of Columbia. Families love it because it's part of the award-winning schools in Lexington District 1, which is some of the best in the entire state. River Bluff High School is one people are sought to. Used to be it was Lexington High School, which is still a great high school. Now it's River Bluff is the #1 school to be a part of when it comes to high school. You combine that with easy access to Lake Murray, new shopping, restaurants, and neighborhoods that can range from starter homes to luxury lakefront estates. Builders can barely keep up with demand here. As Columbia grows, Lexington continues to be where a ton of people want to be. Prices are still more affordable than in many of the larger metro areas such as Charlotte and Atlanta, which are close as well. But by 2026, don't be surprised if we see values jump a little bit here, even in Lexington. If you want a suburban lifestyle with top schools and the lake just minutes away, Lexington may be where you want to plant your roots right now. I just showcased in my last video a beautiful Stanley Martin home at $485, and it had been as high as $511, $512. Even new builds are dropping in prices, which hadn't happened in a while, especially during the COVID era. I've done other luxury videos in Lexington where I've showcased homes on the lake and even on Saluda River, golf communities such as Golden Hills. They're more popular and doing real well, almost as much as any videos that I've published. Lexington is where a lot of people definitely are looking. And don't forget, where the south side of Lexington is expanding into the White Knoll and Red Bank area. Many are moving out that way along I-20, where they can have access to many of the areas in the Midlands, where they can get downtown, where they can get across town, where they can get to Charlotte, where they can get to other places as well pretty quick because you're right there by I-20. Still, the more popular area is downtown and toward that area, which go back and check. It's again one of my more popular videos, the first vlog I did of Lexington, telling even about the history of Lexington and stuff as well. I saw somebody post this on Facebook recently. It really just said a lot about this person just talking about their family. Here's what they said. Lexington, South Carolina is more than a place on the map. It's actually home. It is the place where I raised my family. It's the sound of children laughing in our parks, neighbors greeting each other downtown, and families making memories on the waters of Lake Murray. It's concerts under the stars at the Ice House Amphitheater and festivals that bring us together, knowing that community still matters. Lexington is built on tradition, it's strengthened by our desire for the common good, and it's filled with a spirit that makes us proud to call it home. You can't summarize Lexington too much better than talking about the downtown atmosphere, the people, the community, the neighborhoods, and even that small town feel. Let's hit it on to the next one. which is going to be Blythewood. Blythewood has been one of the fastest growing suburbs in the Midland. It used to be farmland and horse country, but it's quickly filling in with new subdivisions and custom homes. Why? Space, because it's got a lot of acreage out there, a lot of room to expand, hence why you can have even bigger lots out there as well, and schools. Blythewood offers larger lots, more land, and some of the top-rated schools in Richland District 2. It's positioned right off I-77, which makes it a great spot for folks commuting, even to Columbia and Charlotte. Many people live on that side of Columbia because they may work in Charlotte, they may commute there, they may actually do tech job out of Charlotte, staying home, and still need to visit Charlotte here and there. Go back to my first Blythewood video that I ever posted. It's not that far back. Golf course communities. They have higher priced homes, different luxury in the small towns such as Blythewood. It might have 4,000 people there in the town limits. It's got more commercial developments. We could talk about Scout coming. They're going to start hiring here, already have, and hiring toward the end of 2025. And going into 26, it's really going to start exploding. The Scout Motors, it's an electric company, electric car company. They're doing SUVs, they're doing cars, they're doing trucks, they're doing all kinds of different types of electric vehicles. And they're bringing over 4,000 jobs. Believe it or not, Blythewood, some of their homes out there are catching up with even downtown Shandon and Rosewood, which are those homes are appraising as high as anything else. Now, by 2026, of course, like I said, we're going to see even more expansion, and the prices are likely to follow. This is one of those get in while you can areas. Some of the things, I have a lot of people that have a lot of interest in Blythewood. Blythewood is really considered Northeast Columbia as well. But here's what I'm finding. I've had a few people come out, buyers come in, and they're totally interested in Blythewood. Maybe even Northeast area, or even further past Blythewood into Elgin and Lugoff. And they're really wanting to see it. But I will take and show them houses from one side of Blythewood to the next side, which goes across a good bit. But their biggest question is, I see nothing retail. In all of that, showing probably 4 or 5 homes in Blythewood, they don't see one retail area. They're like, where do you shop? Where do you go? How close are we to different things? I went ahead and called, because I do not live in that area. I know that area really well. But I called my sister-in-law, their kids have grown up in that area. They've been there about 25 years. They own a deli, Crossings Deli, in Northeast area off of Farrow Road that does real well. I wanted to get her take on things. And she said, yes, it is away from everything. Now you can get straight to Clemson Road, Hardscrabble, Killian Road, and it's not that far away. And you have shopping from Food Lion, Publix, Lowe's, a lot of different places like that. And they're bringing out a whole new park with it, with a 6-acre park in it, amphitheater. But there's a lot of fine dining out there. It is a lot of rural area out in Blythewood. But it is a great area to be. But because some people have come in to here to see things and they go out there, then they realize this is not where I want to be. Now, it will be expanding over the next year. It's going to be exploding in 2026 with everything coming in there. Hopefully, there will be more restaurants out there as well. But that is why Blythewood's there and Northeast is not in this video. And we actually go to Chapin, which is coming up. Let's talk about Irmo. If you've listened to my channel any whatsoever, or you follow me, you know I live in Irmo. So I may be a little bit partial. Now, Irmo to me is one of the most family-friendly suburbs you'll find in Columbia. It's part of the Lexington Richland School District 5, which is the second top district in the entire state. Now, like I've told you many times, when it comes to schools, dive into the individual school that you will be going to and do your research on that. But District 5 is consistently ranked among the top school districts in South Carolina year after year. Parents move here literally just to get their kids into these schools many times. It also sits right on the edge of Lake Murray, and it has easy access to parks like Saluda Shoals, like Moore Park that I'm in today, where the Okra Strut will be. And I will be here. The Okra Strut is at the end of September here, and I will be doing a bunch of footage right from the okra strut to show you it's going to be a more Irmo focused video, obviously. On top of that, you're right beside the Harbison area for shopping, restaurants, and convenience. It's a suburban sweet spot. You can be out in the country, but yet you can be right close to everything. The homes are affordable compared to many of the other suburbs, but as far as families continue to prioritize schools and lifestyles, demand will only rise here, even here in Irmo in 2026. By 2026, Irmo will likely see appreciation from both local buyers and out-of-staters relocating for that mix of affordability and quality of life. Again, I can't say enough about it. I have in every video of mine. This is why I choose to live in Irmo. It has the lake, it has shopping, it has that family feel, it has downtown, it has your parks, you're close to some of everything here in Irmo. Let's talk about Chapin. This is the one I added in place of Northeast for this video with the suburbs that'll be exploding in 2026. Now, Chapin is that small town feel. Now, most all of Chapin is basically two roads, Columbia Avenue and then number 6, which it extends going out toward Prosperity as well when you turn by the Hardys. Prosperity's even got some areas out there that a lot of people love to move on to the lake out that way. But Chapin is the number one. It's known as the capital of the lake. It's called the capital of Lake Murray. It's one of the most desirable places to live in the Midlands, and it's easy to see why. You've got, again, the lake access, you've got a charming small town feel, and when I say some of the best schools in the state, now they are part of the Lexington Richland District 5, but when I say that they're the best schools in the state, Chapin High School is even nationally known, recognized, and ranked. Many people come to Chapin just for the schools. Communities like Portrait Hill and Timberlake, they're attracting families who want a mix of luxury and lifestyle. With its growth pushing outward, Chapin is positioned perfectly to boom in the next couple years. It can expand out, and there's a lot of new builds going in places in Chapin right now. When I say it will boom, but it will still have that small town feel. It's not going to be anything like Lexington or even Blythewood, but you're right in the middle. Chapin's in the middle of Newberry, and then it's got Irmo as a close right beside it too. And Chapin's right next to I-26 coming down Columbia Avenue. So you can be at Harbison Boulevard in 15 minutes, and you can be downtown even quicker. Now, depending where you live, if you live in that highly desired area of Timberlake Country Club, it may be a 45-minute drive downtown. Those are things that you obviously need to look at. Will Chapin expand and boom? Yes, it will, but nothing like some of the other suburbs. It will still retain that small town feel, yet it's got more sit-down restaurants than what I was telling you about Blythewood. It's got a chop house there, barbecue joints there. It's got JP's there, and it's fine dining. I think it's 815 Smokehouse out there, which is incredible and has live music, and it is huge. You can eat outdoors, you can eat indoors. It is just an incredible place. And also, you can't forget about Higher Ground, which has some of the best burgers in the Midlands. They're better than the fairs. Chapin, that one's going to be exploding as well. Now, I told you in the beginning that at the end, I would tell you what more and more people are doing at Lake Murray. It's something I'm probably going to do next year as well. But let me tell you a little bit of a backstory with that also. My family had a boat since the 80s, since we were in middle school. And I've used that boat all the way through probably 2010 at Lake Murray. We kept that at Jake's Landing in dry storage all the time. I loved it. I would call down 30 minutes ahead of time. They had the boat ready. Put our stuff in, we take off. If I needed to fill it up, we gas. Many of the marinas have that, including Jake's. We'd take off, then come back. We'd put the boat up, and they would just in a slip, and they would take it back to dry storage. In doing that, we had to trailer it a lot of times to get it clean, to get it maintenance, different things like that. There's a lot that goes with owning a boat. A lot of people don't realize we pay property taxes here in South Carolina. People that come from places where they don't have to pay a car tax, they don't have to pay a boat tax, they don't have to pay a tax on their house. You still have to pay taxes on that. You have to make sure your tags are up to date.
even on your boat. Or when you go out, you will get pulled and you will get fined. Of course, the upkeep of it, had to pay for that dry storage as well. And this is not even talking about when things went wrong with the boat, that we had to rewire the entire electrical system of our boat. Most of these places, there's two of them on the lake. There's, I think, Freedom Boat and there's the Nautical Boat Club. Now, these even have other places outside of Columbia that you can use depending on what package you are. If I wanted to go down to Charleston and take out a boat, I could. But you have none of the worry, none of the maintenance on these. What you do is the same thing I did with my boat in dry storage. And most of the time you're paying anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 up front. And then you're paying an average $400 to $800 a month for that. It's about a third the cost of a regular boat. Call ahead, put in. They're always the newest boats within 1 to 3 years old. You can go with a fishing boat, a tritoon, you can go with a ski boat, you can go with whatever type of boat fits you best. You can schedule up to 6 months in advance. It's almost like leasing a car. Your money's going toward, you have no financing, really. You don't own anything. But all you've got to do is fill it up with fuel and go. Everything else is taken care of. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it the price of a boat? No. But many more people, I know a couple realtors that actually use that exact type thing. So why do we keep saying 2026? Because growth in real estate really doesn't happen overnight. What we're seeing now, the new schools being built, the neighborhoods breaking down, breaking ground, commercial projects opening up, all these translate into stronger demand and higher home values over the next 2 to 3 years. Now, Lexington, Blythewood, Irmo, and Chapin, they all have the keys for this explosive growth. They have strong schools, they have lifestyle appeal, affordability compared to bigger cities anyway, and a growing population moving into the Midlands. If you wait until 2026, you're probably going to pay a little more of a premium for houses here. But if you buy now, you're positioning yourself ahead of the curve. South Carolina has been the #1 population growth state, well, within the top 5 in the last 5 to 6 years. We've been #1 the last couple years. People are flocking because they're finding out what I'm trying to tell you, the lifestyle that you have. People come here for the cost of living, the lower priced housing. They can have a luxury style life here in South Carolina that they couldn't have in other states, whether it's New York, whether it's Texas, whether it's California, whether it's Florida, whether it's Georgia, whatever it may be. People are starting to learn what I've been raving about where I have lived for 51 years of my entire life. They're learning it and they are moving here quickly, which is why we're exploding in growth. Now, in conclusion, the Columbia suburbs are set, yes, to explode in 2026. And there's honorable mentions from West Columbia to Casey, to the Northeast area, to the Southeast area. There's many other things that you can do, which I'll go over in many videos. But whether it's Lexington Schools, Blythewood Space, Irmo's Family Lifestyle, or Chapin's Lake Access, these are the areas that you want to watch. If you're thinking about relocating to Columbia, or you just want to know more about these neighborhoods, let's talk. You can schedule a Zoom call with me by using the link below, or shoot me a text anytime. And yes, it is me that answers those text messages. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my future neighborhood breakdowns and market updates. Remember what I told you guys consistently and through all my videos, people, they move to these Columbia areas and suburbs for the cost of living, that slower living, all the outdoor activities that you can do. Yes, there's heat. Yes, there's many different things here, but if you can get past some of that, there are ways to break that mold. Till the next video, I am Chad. I can't wait to help more people just like you move here and make Columbia not just a house, a home where you're going to move to.